get excited, and get upset. Today, I want to talk to you about something that I realized that I was doing for a very, very long time. I would not let myself get excited for things that were coming because there was a possibility that they would not happen. And I didn't want to be too disappointed. So if I didn't get excited, then I wouldn't be too disappointed because I kind of already thought about the possibility that it wasn't going to happen. And I did this since I was a little girl without even knowing that I was doing this. And a while ago, I had a conversation with my husband. I don't remember the details, but I think it was about a trip that was coming up. And I told him, I so want this to happen, but I don't want to get excited because I'll be so disappointed if it doesn't. And he looked at me with this face of like, what? And he kind of said that part of the experience of the whole trip is the preparation and the excitement of this happening before the trip. And I was missing that. And he said, get excited. And if it doesn't happen, get upset. Why are you running away from this? And I thought, ooh, how interesting. I thought everybody did it the same way as I did. And then I realized that first, that wasn't true, and that I had been doing it my whole life as a protection. But I was missing the part of the excitement, of the fun, of the energy of being happy for the present moment of whatever that is. And at that moment, I decided to start doing things differently. And then one day, I realized that I was doing the same with my daughter, even though I had already made the decision to do things differently. I started telling her the things that were going to happen, and then some that were really, really exciting to her. I wouldn't tell her until it was very close to the date, so that if something happened and we couldn't do it, that she would not be disappointed. I was protecting her of disappointment. And what's happening is that we're doing a lot of this in our lives and with our children. And I read an article that this is happening so much that children are not getting the negative emotions, that the not negative, because I don't like that word with emotions, they're all necessary, but the uncomfortable ones, the difficult ones, because parents are protecting them. And part of growing up is living these emotions, feeling them in a safe place. So children are supposed to be angry, to be mad, to be upset. And it's good that they do it for small things with their parents in a safe place. And they learn how to deal with those emotions. But since we're protecting them of this, when they grow up, when they start being teenagers and start being adults on their own, they don't know how to deal with these uncomfortable emotions. And maybe they're going to look for alcohol, drugs, or different ways that are harmful to deal with these uncomfortable emotions because they didn't learn when they were children. So I want to invite you to get excited and to get upset and to get angry and to get happy and to be able to live the emotion that it is in the present moment. And to show your children to do it as well and to be with them when the emotion is uncomfortable so that they learn that it's okay to feel that way, that it will pass, and that they will be okay. Something else that is very important that I also want to share with you is that when the emotions are very intense, are very high, the intelligence goes down. So I invite you to live the emotions to the fullest. However, do not make important decisions when the emotion is so, so intense, because we're often not thinking clearly. We have seen the movie when the girl meets the boy and they're in love, and then suddenly they say, let's get married, and yes, let's get married, and it's the worst decision ever. So this is part of the idea. When the emotion is very intense, we don't think very clearly. It happens as well when we're mad, when we're angry. How many times have we said the wrong thing and hurt others when we were angry? So live the emotions to the fullest. And don't make important decisions or say anything that may hurt somebody else in the moment of the intensity, because we're not going to be able to think that clearly. But allow yourself to live, to feel, to experience life to the fullest. even the uncomfortable part. This is part of life. And if you have children, show them how to do that as well.